welcome back to the Kitschy Kitchen. I'm Joe, and if you like the episode, you can subscribe to the show. And you know, wife says I gotta cool it on the geopolitical commentary, but I'm a tax-paying American citizen with constitutionally protected First Amendment rights. Well, I'm just gonna have to say what's in my heart then. Speaking of my heart, we're up to 162 subscribers over there on the YouTube. You're gonna make my gosh darn heart explode. And I used to do a lot of Adderall, so I know what that feels like. Well, we're all the way in January, and it's finally getting a little colder here in the North Star State. I don't know what that's about. Could be a trend, like the whole globe is warming or something. Someone should come up with a term for whatever that is. I went for a jog Christmas morning wearing shorts, and let me tell you, that was a real hoot. But we finally got some snow here, so from where I'm standing, that makes it officially winter. So today, we're doing the most quintessential Minnesota winter dish since Ludafisk and Lefseh. Tater tot hot dish. Speaking of Minnesota, did you see we got ourselves a new flag? Some folks didn't like the last one. Something about not giving the American Indians enough respect. And honestly, I didn't see it. You got the French farmer here and he's going, hey. And then you got the native guy up there and he's going, how? And the French farmer goes, oh, you know, just by planting and plowing and harvesting in the fall and stuff. Should I do it with a French accent?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you know, just by planting and plowing and harvesting in the fall and stuff like this. There is truthfully a little more to the history of that relationship. 4 years after the North Star State became the North Star State, the Minnesotans fought a 5-week war with the Dakota, who were being displaced and exiled from their former hunting grounds. Ethnic cleansing. Ended with the largest execution in U.S. history. Hung 38 Dakota fellas down there in Mankato all at once. So I'm sure a new flag would pretty much bury the hatchet on that one. Huh? You like it? There's the North Star. There's the sky tinting the waters. Sure is helping me reconcile some of that checkered history. I hope it helps you too. But you know what else will? Sharing some tater tot hot dish together. And it is hot dish. We don't use the C word over in these parts. Oh, you got a casserole, do ya? Cause you're some kind of world traveler? Gonna teach us a thing or two out of towner? Thanks, bud. I got this tater tot hot dish recipe from my good friend Jesse's mom, Deb. She used to say I was a real Eddie Haskell when we were kids, and she probably wasn't too far off.
Beaver! Gee, Mrs. Cleaver, that's a nice dress.
I know, Eddie. I know. Eddie, I'm afraid you're gonna have to go home now.
Hi, Deb! I'm using some really good ground beef, and I know it's good because my brother rings me up back in the fall and he wants to know if I want to go in on buying a cow with him. And I says, gee, John, aren't we putting the cart a little bit before the horse here? I got a lawn the size of a postage stamp. The heck am I going to do with a cow? Milk it? And he says, well, first, it's a Black Angus, not a Holstein. Second, we're not taking turns with it. We're getting it butchered and splitting it up. Any flags, you're going to want a pound of ground beef, as I mentioned. Got this one from the farmer. 1 onion, picked it up in bulk down at the Costco. A whole bunch of green beans, got these for $2.99 over at the Aldi. A can of sweet corn, once again, got it in bulk down at the Costco. About 1 or 2 cans of cream of mushroom. You want to guess where I got these?
Costco?
Cripes, they really do a good job over there at the Costco. And finally, the ingredient that gives this delicious dish its name. Tater tots. These are Ori-Ida extra crispy. Now I thought Ori and Ida were 2 Irish potato farming sisters. You know, Ori runs the plow in the spring and then Ida runs the combine in the fall. But nope! Ori-Ida because they're from Oregon and Idaho. It was there the whole time. All right, enough with the funny business. Before we get started, we're sharpening our knife because we're cutting things it's not that hard to do and we're not lazy. We're gonna dice the onion up into nice little chunks and then throw it off into a bowl. Then we're washing our fresh green beans and cutting them into bite-sized chunks and throwing them off into a bowl. Next, we're gonna brown our delicious Black Angus ground beef in a skillet with the diced onion. Once it's brown and the onions are nice and translucent, we'll get a proper dose of salt and pepper in there. Now at this point, you might want to transfer your ground beef into a baking dish. But I just love this cast iron skillet and I've had some success with it before, so it's a 1-pan hot dish in this kitchen. Next, throw the fresh green beans on top and smooth them around so they got their own layer. Then it's a layer of the sweet corn. See what we're doing there? Building the foundation. Now the glue that holds this foundation all together is our cream of mushroom. We're putting that on as a layer, and as it bakes, the cream of mushroom is gonna seep down into all the other goodies. But as a layer on its own, it's gonna serve as a nice adhesive on the roof of our little construction operation, which is the tots. A little hot tin tater tot roof there. Now I know to you friends trying this at home, I am laying these tots vertical. And halfway through my wife says, hey, what the heck, Joe, shouldn't you be laying them horizontal?
Oh no.
And I said, woman, I know what I'm doing.
Oh no.
But turns out she was right. I had to go get a second pack of tots.
Oh no.
So when you're doing yours, you wanna make sure you lay them horizontal, not vertical. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of tots for your pan. Now the oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're popping it in and letting it bake for about 50, that's 50 minutes. This last step is optional, but as wholesome as this already is, you might want to be all in. Here's what it is. You grate some cheddar, I'm still on the Costco's medium Tillamook, and then at the 50-minute mark, you sprinkle it on top and pop it back in the oven. Then switch it over to broil for about the last 5 minutes and let the cheese melt down and crisp up. When you get it out of the oven, let it rest for about 10 minutes so everything can coagulate in there, and then serve it up. My favorite condiments on a tater tot hot dish are 1, the Prairie Home Companion favorite, ketchup, and 2, the best gosh darn hot sauce ever known to man, sriracha. Serve that up to your friends and watch the warmth and forgiveness of our checkered history just wash over them.
Mmm. It's good.
Thanks for watching Kitschy Kitchen.